A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead, looking to make a big splash here tonight. Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Amen Thompson out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Durant in at the 3 spot. And for the Celtics, their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Queta in at the 5. These are two teams with a clear identity, Grant. Defense is their backbone.
Oh, B.A., I don't expect to see many easy buckets between these two defenses. They're disciplined, hardworking, and gritty. And, of course, they make you work for everything.
Now here's Smith. Thompson passes to Okogie. Durant for 3. Drops in the 3.
Hard to stop Durant when he's set up like this. He's so well positioned to score.
Outside Pritchard. Thompson with a steal. On the wing, Durant. Down low. And there's Şengün on the assist by Durant.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's White. 15 in his last outing. Pass to Minot. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Brown for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, thanks. The Celtics this summer trading Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons, player almost a decade younger. And Simons' deep threat capability is definitely a fit for the way the Boston Celtics like to play, especially now moving forward. He can fit in defensively. He could be a long-term contributor, guys.
He's more than capable. Okay, Shams, thank you. Durant, and another basket for Houston.
Wow, now this is how you want to start your games. Flawless shooting so far.
Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. I wanted to know what he had in store for Kevin Durant. He said, we have some plans, coach said with a smile, but mostly it's about effort. We have to outwork him at all times. If we give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. So coach is asking for his guys to go all out and try to slow KD down tonight. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Smith with a screen on Pritchard. Back to Smith. Clock at 6. Shoots over White. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Durant's got 7 points in the game.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Big group substitution here for Boston. Boucher's checked in for Queta. Tillman comes in for Minot. Hauser, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Derek White. And Houston will go for a different look here. Steven Adams checked in for Alperen Şengün. Finney Smith comes in for Smith. Eason's checked in for Durant. And it's Shepard in for Okogie.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Pritchard with it. 15 in his last outing. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To stop the drought. Adams grabs the miss. The Rockets lead by 13. Eason inside, defended by Hauser. It's Eason with the jam.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Simons outside. Shoots over Thompson. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. The Rockets on top, up by 15. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
They've got Sam Hauser. Xavier Tillman is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's White in at the shooting guard position. That's the Boston 5. Adams finds Şengün. The layup misses.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
Simons outside. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. White can't hit. Houston leading by 13. And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
Here's Shepard. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. From the arc. It's hauled in by White. Simons passes to Boucher and buries the jumper to finish off the break.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's...
And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams is checked in for Boucher. Jaylen Brown comes in for Tillman. And Pritchard is subbed in for Simons. And then for Houston, Smith, he's checked in for Adams. Kevin Durant comes in for Holiday. And it's Amin Thompson in for Shepard. Durant, the pass to Eason. The Rockets again can't hit.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Pass to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. White can't hit. The Rockets lead by 11. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Kevin Durant, as effortless as a scorer as this league has ever seen. He said, I'm not really flashy with how I play anymore. I just try to look for the best shot and be simple and easy with my game. Fly under the radar a bit. After every shot, I just run down the court and get back on defense. Ryan, back to you.
All right, thank you, Allie. And so it's Boston with it, following the score by Houston. Hauser can't get it to go. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Thompson passes to Şengün. Back to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
1:11 left in the first half. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And some changes here for the Celtics. Cadis checked in for Williams. Minot comes in for Hauser. And Simon has subbed in for White. And then for Houston, Adams comes in for Şengün. And Okogie is subbed in for Eason. Now here's Simons. He's scoreless. Pass to Minot. Shot clock at 6. The 3 is up. Adams grabs the miss. Houston leading by 15. Here's Thompson. Drains it from 9 feet away. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Simons. Fires from deep. Boston, no good that time either. Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nice shot by Okogie. Okogie's got his first points of the game.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Simons deciding where to go with it. Queta, nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. And so it's the Houston Rockets looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
KD, you're really getting up and down the floor out there. How much fun is it when the offense is flowing like that?
Well, I think this team is very well disciplined, and they do all the details, and we just wanted to play harder, man. And I think we got some steals, got some fast break points, and we playing together, everybody touching the ball. It's just fun when we playing like that, so we got to continue to do that.
Well, the discipline is paying off. Thanks, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
Checking out the Celtics. They should win this one, but we always talk about these trap games where a team comes in thinking that they could just walk away with it.
Especially when the opponent is thirsty, as is the case here. Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Boston Celtics.
Instead of rebounding, they're just watching. So annoying.
Yeah, we thought this might be a weak spot for them, but come on, man, you gotta compete.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
Taking a look at the Rockets. KD and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Josh Okogie is out there with Thompson, and it's Şengün in at the 5. Durant with the bucket.
KD has such a tight handle, especially at his size. The man's a future Hall of Famer.
Durant against Brown. Pritchard with a screen on Smith. Right wing. Queta, pass to White. 6 to shoot. With a 9-footer. And no good, trying to use the glass. Houston leading by 19. Thompson scanning the floor. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Thompson's got 6.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Boston on offense. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor. And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Eason's checked in for Okogie.
Houston, substitution, number 17, Tyree Eason.
Here's Durant. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Wow, Smith going for a slam. He wants everyone to know that he's arrived.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. How prolific a scorer is KD? He and LeBron are the only players ever to score 40 against every team.
That is both incredible and not surprising when you think about it. The ease in which KD puts up huge scoring numbers is nothing like anything we've seen.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Taking a look back at last season, the team leaders in rebounding. The Rockets, number 1.
Last year, this was a team that owned the paint. They were so committed to rebounding, and that's a stat you love to lead the league in.
Brown with it, defended by Easton, to the paint. Here's Keita. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Love to see Brown facilitate out of a pick and roll, and I'm sure his coach feels the same way.
And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Thompson, a screen on White. Here's Durant. Buries it down low. 13 points in the game.
He's lighting them up. Tough to strategize a comeback when you're being run over.
The Celtics have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Back to you.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report.
Night in, night out, Brown just makes plays.
Smith outside. Up top, Şengün. Shot clock at 5. Smith passes to Durant. Shoots over White and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Pass to Brown. And here's White. Here's Keita. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Keita's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Outside Easton, beyond the arc, hits a three-pointer.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. White for 3. He drops it from range. White's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And here's Durant. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
And so it's Houston sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Rockets lead by 21. Chris Boucher out there with Xavier Tillman. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then it's Sam Hauser. And it's White in at the 2-guard position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And Şengün throw it down.
Love seeing Şengün go up strong, leaving no room for error with that finish.
So it's Boston now. Boucher outside. Pass to Simons. Richard, the league taking some steps to prevent flopping. What's the criteria for what crosses the line?
It's called STEM. It's an acronym for secondary, theatrical, exaggerated movements. Yes, that's a real term. It's kind of a limited definition, and it basically says, don't be an idiot.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
They've also been striking from mid-range with great consistency tonight. They just owned that part of the floor in this one.
And that one falls to Simons. And the Rockets have had success adding veteran leadership to their young roster, RJ.
And that's a great lesson in roster building. It's always beneficial to have adults in the room, experienced guys who can set positive examples for younger players.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Cadis checked in for Boucher. Minot comes in for Tillman. And it's Brown in for Hauser. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Smith outside. Shoots from the right block. Minot pulls it in. Celtics trail by 19. Simons outside. Here's Queta. Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
Simons has a shoot-first mindset, but he also takes great pride in making plays for others.
And so Durant will bring it up for the Rockets. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And how about that? 8 for 9 now.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Pritchard's checked in for Boston. And here's Brown for 3. The Rockets lead by 19. Pass to Şengün. The kick to Durant. Houston working the ball around. Şengün, a screen on Brown. Puts it up. 6 on the shot clock. And the Rockets tack on 2 more.
I love the way Durant breaks down defenses, especially in these pick-and-roll matchups.
Now here's Pritchard. Outside White. To the right side. Right side Pritchard. Back to White. This one for 3. Unable to get that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Rockets.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And what a huge performance it was for Kevin Durant.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Smith passes to Durant. 50 seconds left in the fourth. Nice D from Brown. And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for Boston. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Thompson outside. Here's Şengün. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Now Thompson. And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
All right, to Allie LaForce with our player of the game.
Kevin, this was a huge statement win for this team. How satisfying is it for you?
It was fun. It was fun. we came out and played hard. Guys played together. And this is all that I expected, man. I'm glad that, we was able to get the win tonight. We're looking forward to the next game.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Guys.
All right, thanks, Allie. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And we present the player of the game, Kevin Durant.